hear me clearly, then let's start it now. So because this is speaking part one, so then I will show you the rule for this one. So here we go. So when it comes to speaking part one, so this is the easy one. This is the easy one. Okay, so I will highlight it. This is the easy one. So you don't need to give a long responses. Your task is to avoid making mistakes. So you don't need to give long responses, difficult responses. Your task is to only avoid making mistakes. That's the point only. So you don't need to give difficult answers. So just give the easy one. So the point is you need to avoid making mistakes. And there are 5 rules for speaking part one. The first is I want you to keep your answer short. So short I mean is 2 or 3 sentences. And then I want you to stop with confidence. Stop confidence meaning that if you want to stop, stop firmly. So sometimes it seems like that you want to speak, but the sounds are unclear there. Mr. Tri, could you please tune or unmute your speaker?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you. So number 2, answer the questions using full sentences. You are not allowed to say yes only or no only or don't know. So it's supposed to be full sentences. And questions number 3 is you use word from the examiner question in your answer. If possible, that you may give like paraphrase the question here. And number 4, if possible, give a reason for your answer. So raise 2 or 3 reasons for your answer, and the last is don't forget to say yes and no when necessary. Okay, let's start it now. So actually, this is the questions. I already prepare for more questions here, but I will close it. If you don't understand the question, then I will show you the questions. But for the first time, then I will close it. So there will be live that we between you and I, right? And then so let's start it now. And let's start with Mr. Ilham. Mr. Ilham, are you there? Can you hear me? Mr. Ilham.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. So let's start it now and let's talk about a future. Okay, what are your plans for the future?
Talking about my plan in the next time, I think it's gonna be hard to think, but uh, I gonna learn how to do online marketing because it's very necessary for me to do it in the future, sir.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see, everyone, the question is all about future. It means that you need to use tenses.
Simple
Tenses
future,
future.
sir.
Yes. So seems easy, but sometimes we forget to use appropriate tenses.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Right.
Thank you,
The
sir.
same questions. Just wait for a while. I will give you the following questions. Where would you like to live when you are older?
I'm going to live in the rural place, which has a beautiful view because it can escape from my daily life and I can start in a new life.
Okay, thank you. And what do you think will be different in your life in 10 years?
For future, especially 10 decade, I think my will be different. I will getting older and I will have a lot of experience in this life. I think that's all, sir.
So as you can see, the questions that I shared to you is asking about will be different in your life in 10 years. It means that you need to compare your life now and probability or possibility happen in the next 10 years. Okay. Okay. So the next questions, do you think you will have a different interest in the future?
I believe so because now I will focus on online marketing I believe in the future it's gonna be I just spend more time with my family and I think with my grandson maybe later on.
Okay, thank you. So again, so the question is asking you about different interests in the future. So it means that you need to compare your interest now and probability your interest in the future. So you need to use a comparison language because they ask you about different. So this is also work for you guys, teman-teman yang lain. So ketika ada seperti ini, so you need to compare them. So the last question is, what are your goals in your life?
Talking about proposing in my life, I think that I will be a good leader in my family because it can contribute, welfare in my family.
Okay, thank you very much. So I give you one more chance to choose. Which one do you choose? Questions number 3 or questions number 4 to make some changes? Because questions number 3 and questions number 4 are too close, so your task is to choose one of them and try to describe using comparison language, and of course with a future tense.
Okay, I choose number 3, sir.
Okay, so let's start it. So what do you think will be different in your life in 10 years?
It could be many different, because for now I focus on learning online marketing, and I believe in the future I will be an expert in this sector, so it can make me feel compelling, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. A very good responses compared to the previous, because you compare what we have now and what we have in the futures, and also you use appropriate tenses for that. So I'll be back to you then if you still have a time. So you may stay, or it's up to you if you want to leave, right? I'll be back to you then. Thank you very much.
You,
and then let's move on to Miss Fatika. Are you there, Miss Fatika?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Eddy.
Okay, thank you. So I'm asking you about the questions, food, but before I saw you the questions, that I will close it first, and then let me ask you some questions, and then let's start it now. So what is your favorite food?
Okay, let's talk about my favorite food. So I like to eat some traditional food because it more cheaper than if I buy some like international food in the restaurant.
Okay, everyone. So I want you to listen. The question is asking about favorite food, and you try to compare traditional food and also international food. I think this is a little bit off topic, because you are asking me about your favorite food is not traditional, and also it is not the international one.
Okay.
So pay attention to the question. Sometimes we feel we answer the questions, but in fact not. Right? Okay, thank you. Pay attention to the questions. Okay, let's move on to the next questions. So are there any food you dislike?
Actually, yes, I have food that I didn't like, that I don't like so much. This is kind of food that contain of milk, coconut milk, or santan in Indonesia.
And okay, the question is asking you about dislike. So could you please give me a reason why you? Yes, because you just described. So the food that I dislike is contain coconut milk. So I know why you don't like this one. So pay attention to the questions. Okay. See? Okay, next. The next questions. What are some traditional foods in your country?
Okay. There are a lot of traditional food in my country. For example, like putu, or and Bikang Ambon, and another thing that I like so much.
Okay, so because the language that you use is how we call traditional food. So if you could, then I want you to describe it. Describe it in English. Describe it in describe it in English. I think it's much better. You say, okay, same. And then the next questions is: do you have a healthy diet?
Okay. I have some healthy diet routine in my daily life since 3 months ago. It because I would like to make my body more healthy, and it can affect in my health in the future, I think.
Okay, thank you. My next question is: what is healthy diet?
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to, yes, okay.
As I know, healthy diet is the routine that we should do. For example, like we don't consume any food that contain of excessive oil and sugar, and also salt. So it should have a right proportion in the three of this component.
Okay, that's good. Much better. And the last questions, everyone also there, I want you to pay attention to the last questions that I share here, because this is sometimes the more challenging one in speaking part 1. So how has your diet changed since you were a child?
How has your diet changed since you were a child? Okay. Okay.
So let me give you a clue. Let me give you a clue here. So the question's asking you about change. It means that it means that you need to compare your diet in the past when you were a child and your diet nowadays.
Comparing.
Yeah. So let's say you said it. So still remember 10 years ago, 5 or 10 years ago, I more frequently ate a fast food because I thought that a fast food were easy to find. While nowadays, since I know that fast food brings more negative impacts on my health, and I think it's now I change into healthy diet lifestyles. Then you need to describe them. So this is the example. So you compare your diet in the past and you compare your diet nowadays, because you have the word of change. Ada kata change di sana.
Change.
Can we start? You need to use 2 different tenses, in the past and nowadays. Thank you.
Okay, I will try it. How was your diet changed? Okay. 10 years later, the food diet is more healthy than in recent years, because I think 10 years ago there are many food that didn't use any food preservation, and it more healthy because it well cooked, while the recent kind of food is more using food preservation, and there is more fast food that served in the restaurant or in the food shop.
Okay, much better, right? This is the point that you may have this one. Thank you very much. I'll be back to you then when we have still time. So now let's move on. Tadi yang datang sa Dain Bulang. Are you there? Dain Bulang? Are you there? Can you hear me? Is it clear enough?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So I will show you the questions later on, not now, but I will ask you the first one. So and tell me, let's talk about travel or holidays, right? So do you like travel alone or with friends?
That is good for me because I'm an introvert, so I didn't have to arrange schedule with others, just go with different stuff.
Okay, okay. I think it's too short. I want you to give a little bit, one or two reasons.
So traveling alone made me flexible in arranging to waiting for the others, and I don't have to match the interest. So if because I have a special interest, it's like go to the museum, go to the wild, and I don't know, everybody just don't really like it. So traveling is very good for something like me.
Okay, thank you very much. So for those already join us, please turn on your speaker so I can help you to do so. So please turn off your speaker so this will not interrupt us for when your friend speaking. Okay, thank you. And then next, let's move on to the next question. So where is your favorite place to go on holiday?
National park is my favorite destination because there's so many unique animal, and the weather is very good, and like I can photograph many objects.
Okay, that's good. This is very, very good vocabulary she uses. So she say, I can photograph. Sometimes when we talk, so when you deliver your responses, you say that I can take some pictures. So while your friends say that I can photograph the pictures, I think you photograph much better than take a picture. Even take a picture is more common in your daily speaking, but in IELTS try to use uh, uh, of sophisticated vocabulary, okay? Because you are being tested on how good your vocabulary when it comes to speaking as well. Thank you very much. And then tell me about your favorite holiday memory.
Pardon, sir, would you mind to repeat?
So tell me about your favorite holiday memory.
An unforgettable moment in my holiday when I traveled to Lawrence National Park in Papua. This is Indonesia's largest national park, and you can find an ecosystem from the sea up to the peak of Karstens Pyramid, Indonesia's highest mountain. And I can imagine that I can walk up to 10 days without take a bath. It is unforgettable one.
So okay, so without take a bath. So I think you say so without taking. Yes, instead of say without take a bath, so you say without taking a bath.
Okay,
Bath.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'll be back to you then, right? So thank you. Then now let's move on to Mr. Anjar. Are you there?
Yes.
So yes. Okay, let's talk about transportation.
Okay.
Can you say something about transportation in your hometown?
Actually about the transportation in my hometown, so we have some kind of transportation. For instance, a bicycle, and then traditional bicycle. It came from the colonialist era. Yeah, when the Netherlands occupied Indonesia, and car and motorbike, and the other one is some kind of the horse. So yeah, we still have the traditional one and the newest one of the kind of transportation in my hometown.
Okay, so among all the transportation that you have mentioned previously, so my next question is, what are the common forms of the transports in your country?
The common transportation in my country is a motorbike. Why? The amount of people that use this kind of transportation in my country is very huge. So I can say generally, the people in Indonesia, they use it to their daily activity.
Okay, okay, if I were you, then I think it's my reason why more and more people are purchasing a motorbike, and this become the common one for the transportation in my country. It is because the price is affordable. So everyone can purchase this because this is affordable and also easy to use, and not need more space if we want to park in the home. So there are two reasons
Oh
why
yeah.
I choose. Maybe this is the reason, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
sir.
you. So the next question: so what do traffic jams often occur in your hometown?
Yes, it's very often
Okay.
yeah, happen in my hometown because
Okay.
we have the heavy traffic jam in
Okay.
everywhere, especially in the big city. For example, in Surabaya, in East Java, because I live in East Java. So Surabaya is best example because in Surabaya they have some kind of terrible traffic jam in the morning and in the late of afternoon. Exactly at 4 o'clock to
Okay.
5 o'clock. Yes.
Okay, good. Good. So the next questions, maybe this is a little bit challenge, and I want to show the questions to the group as well, so everyone can read. Ini pertanyaan yang menurutku paling susah, guys. Kita sama-sama perhatikan. Hati-hati, questionnya sama dengan soal yang tadi. Nih, teman-teman ditanya tentang changes. So what changes in transportation have taken place in the past several years in your country? So guys, kalau teman-teman ditanya pertanyaan seperti ini, ada kata changes, tugasmu adalah you need to compare transportation in the past and transportation nowadays. So what are the changes? Okay, maybe you can talk about the number of people can be carried out, jumlah passenger yang bisa di carried out compare in the past and nowadays. Maybe you can talk about the facilities. Maybe you can talk about the faster, the speed. Okay? Jadi ini untuk teman-teman semua, hati-hati ketika ada pertanyaan changes. Kalau ada pertanyaan changes, berarti tugasnya perlu compare. Okay? Thank you. Can we start now, Mr. Anjar?
Yes, sure.
So what changes in transportation have taken place in the past several years in your country?
Public facilities. So I think, this kind of example is exactly right to, reflect the Indonesian transportation condition on than the past several years ago. Because, for example, when we talk about bus and then bus terminal and the train in the train. So for the public facilities, there are some changes there. For example, in the past, several years ago, they can, they can bring many people, overload of many people to the destination, but now on it's really restricted by the government, especially by regulation of the train factory of Indonesia. And another example is the bus terminal. In the past decade, in bus terminal, there are many, violence by some oknum there. But now on, there are many guard services in the bus stop or bus terminal. So the people can, can feel safe when they take a bus from their hometown to another destination.
Okay, good. So, but if you talk about the thank you very much. So, if you talk about the facilities, but better if you focus on the interior facilities. Let me give you an example. Yes, you can talk about the air conditioner. Okay, you can talk about the air conditioners, or maybe you can talk about some buses like Transjakarta. They have like LED light to show the destination. LED. So sekarang sudah ada di mana? Sudah ada di mana? In the past they use they did not use any LED, right? They just looks like as stickers or maybe some small poster for this. Thank you very much. I'll be back to you then.
Okay.
So Miss Francie, are you there? Miss Francie?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask you about festivals or birthdays, right? Birthday and festivals. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's great. So then, so I want you to answer the questions, but before I show you the questions, then I will hide it first. Okay, that's great, right? If you don't understand, then I will show it to you. So let's start it now. So how do you like to celebrate your birthday?
I can hear you, sir.
So how do you like to celebrate your birthday?
Oh.
Okay.
I think I celebrate my birthday. It's commonly way. Just go with my daughter and my husband in restaurant, and we can eat about two or three kind of food, and I don't prepare a special moment for my birthday actually.
Okay, thank you. So short but powerful because you focus on the how, which is very good. Karena how caranya, right? So I go there, we go there with blah 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 blah, and we spend the time in a restaurant. This is very good, short but powerful. You straight to the point. Thank you. And so what about this one? The second questions. Teman-teman, ini juga little bit challenge questions because they ask you about how do people normally celebrate birthday in your country. Miss Francie, before you answer the questions, then I want you to break down the worth of people here. Jadi nanti Miss Francie akan bilang kalau children they celebrate the birthday seperti ini. For teenager, they celebrate the birthday seperti ini. So for the elderly, like this one. So this is a little bit challenge, or this is a little bit sometimes tricky for the participant to answer the questions. Jadi hati-hati kata people. Jadi kalau ada people ini di breakdown lagi ya. Okay, Miss Francie, can you start? Okay. How do people normally celebrate birthday in your country?
For children, they usually have a party. Actually, their parents prepare, and they can invite their friends in one restaurant or maybe in their homes. Depends on their parents' plan.
Okay.
And for teenager, actually, they commonly they celebrate with their friends.
Okay.
I think they do not go with their parents.
Okay.
I mean, together with their friends, maybe a separate party with their parents. And for elderly, I think it's not special. Maybe they just spend a family party, just the simple one. Maybe they buy a cake, cake, birthday cake like that, and just celebrate at home.
Okay, thank you. Good, yeah. So remember, if you are being offered questions, then you find or you spot the word of people there. Your task is to break this down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. The next questions. So can you tell me about a birthday, a party you went to? Hati-hati Miss Francie, di sini ada word of you went to. It means that you need to use past tense. Simple past. Okay. Can you tell me about a birthday party you went to?
I remembered about 3 years ago, I went to my what's term? Kerabat jauh itu apa ya, Mister?
Excuse me, Miss?
Kerabat jauh. Oh. Kerabat jauh itu apa Inggrisnya?
So I don't know. Just say like it's my relative.
A relative, okay.
Okay.
I went to my relative's birthday, and this is the big, I think the big and luxurious party. They celebrate in the well-known restaurant, and they invite singer and band and many dance group, something like that.
Okay, thank you. So something like that, ini juga untuk teman-teman semua. So much better do not say something like that. Something like that indicates that first, maybe you don't have any vocabulary to say. That's the first. And secondly, maybe you know, but you do not want to talk a lot about this one. So kalau saya tidak akan menggunakan something. Jadi sebelum something like that, saya sudah stop aja di sana. Sip ya. Thank you. And then this one. So what is the most popular festival in your country?
The most popular festival in your country?
Yeah. What is the most popular festival in your country?
In my country, festival, I think New Year festival.
Okay.
It's many people comes together in one place. They can buy, what's that, Mister? I don't know the vocab.
Fireworks, kembang api kan?
Fireworks. Okay,
yes.
Fireworks,
okay.
And trumpet. Trumpet.
So yes, I think it's how you say trumpet in English. Anyone can help me and can help Miss Francie?
Huh?
So you can say that like a special horns. Right?
Special horns.
Okay, you know horns, right? But we don't know what it's like because of just say special horns to celebrate the. Okay, thank you. You can to celebrate the New York. Okay, sip.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Right, I'll be back to you then if we still have a time. Now let's move on to siapa tadi yang baru datang. So Lamia, hello, Miss Lamia.
Hello, Mister.
Okay. So, Miss Lamia, I will ask you a question about music, right? So, Miss Lamia, so do you like music?
Yes, sometimes I listen to the music.
Because, give a reason, selalu kasih alasan. Do you like, yes, I like listen to music because, give a reason, kasih alasan.
Hello?
Yeah, kasih alasan. Why you say you like music?
Oh, I like music because it makes me happy when I feel tired after my work, and it's relax my mind after whole activities.
Okay, thank you.
In a day.
Okay, thank you very much. So, how often do you listen to music? The next question is, how often do you listen to music? How often? Kalau ada yang tanya often atau often artinya seberapa sering? 3 kali sehari kah? Every day? Atau jarang? How often do you listen to the music? Kalau ada pertanyaan often. Kalau ada pertanyaan often, berarti nanyanya berapa kali?
I listen to music 3 times in a week. in because I don't have much time, so I listen. I don't listen it. I don't listen music often. So yeah, maybe 3 times in a week I listen to the music that I like.
Okay, thank you. Could you please give me a reason why you like to listen to music 3 times in a day? Kasih alasan, selalu kasih alasan, Miss. Why you say so? Oke.
Alasan yang mana nih?
Oke, nanti akan saya kembali lagi ke kamu karena dirimu juga tidak fokus. Oke, next questions. Okay, the next question is, what kind of music do you like best?
I like pop music because it not really fast and also it slow. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll be back to you then if we still have our time. Thank you, Dan Lau. Yes, I'll be back to you then. So now let's move on to Miss. Hampir semua sudah selesai. Miss Anna, are you there, Miss Anna?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start it now. And now let's talk about technology. Okay, especially the internet. Okay, so could you please tell me your favorite websites that sometimes you visit?
I usually open my Instagram every day because from Instagram I can know my friend daily activity from the story.
And okay, why this become your favorite?
Because there's so many stories from my friend that I can see every day about their actual activity and also about their favorite things that usually they share to everyone on Instagram.
Okay, thank you. So can you tell me about a useful website? One useful website. It's up to you. Could you please tell me one useful website?
I think maybe Twitter, because from Twitter we can update all the information, even like maybe criminal information or just daily information like the up-to-date coronavirus news.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and can you tell me about a useful WhatsApp application?
I think maybe WhatsApp, because from WhatsApp we can call each other with our family or maybe our friend, and also we can share some information too from WhatsApp.
Okay, why you say so? Could you please give another example? Okay.
Because every day I usually using WhatsApp and can make a communication with my friend through group, and also if I have some activity like I need to come to my lecture office, I can use WhatsApp to make a communication with him.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll be back to you then if we still have a time. Thank you. Very good, Miss Anna. And then now let's move on to Mr. 3. We still have a Mr. 3, Joseph, and what was your name, Miss? Because I want you to use your Galaxy J7. I want you to use your real name. So Mr. 3 now. Mr. 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's talk about a clothing, right, or fashion.
Okay.
So, okay. What kind of clothes do you normally wear?
I normally wear casual clothes because it feels comfortable for me and enjoy about my daily activities. And using normal clothes actually is really flexible.
Okay.
If you want to go some activities.
Okay, good. Thank you. And where do you usually buy your clothes?
I usually buy my clothes on a department store because we can get many sale in there, and I think
Mr. Yosef, could you please mute your speaker because it's really disturbing.
The cost is
okay. Sorry, yeah, you can start it now.
Yes. I usually buy my clothes in department store because we have a lot of sale in there, and it doesn't cost like as well to buy this one.
Okay, everyone. So Mr. Tri barusan bilang it doesn't cost me amanale. So this is we call idioms. So please use idioms when it comes to your speaking. Dia bilangnya cost an amanale. So it doesn't cost me amanale. So I want you to use this idiom when it comes to a price. So nanti saya akan tuliskan bentar. This is the idioms that you need to use. Kalau bilangnya mahal, tidak mahal, it does not cost me an armanelek. So, okay, ini namanya. It doesn't cost me amanelek. So artinya murah. So affordable. Affordable. Thank you, Mr. Tri, for showing us the good example. So use idiomatic expression. Okay, use idiomatic expression when it comes to your speaking. The next question is, do people from your country think fashion is important?
Yes, I do, because in my country, it's necessary for if everyone from my citizen, they usually use clothes when have a traditional event, or we have a meeting on relationships, and we can they can show their clothes that they genuinely yes. I think in my country it's necessary for show them about their cultures.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll be back to you then if you still have a time. Then now let's move to Miss Hasana. Are you there, Miss Hasana? Can you hear me? Miss Hasana?
Yes,
okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So Miss Hasana, you can hear me, right? So Miss Hasana, now let's talk about films or TV, right? TV or film. So
give me a okay.
Okay. Do you often go to the cinema?
No.
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Since I don't have any time to go to this, since I don't have any time because I have to work and spend my time with my family.
Okay, I'll be back to you then when your camera's on, right? I'll be back to you then when camera on. Okay, then now now let's move on to Mr. Roma. Mr. Roma. Okay. So Mr. Roma, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Here we go. So now let's talk about sports. Are you good at sports?
I'm sorry, sir. Could you like to repeat your question?
So are you good at sports?
Yeah, I think so. I like some sports such as playing badminton, swimming, and football.
Okay, thank you. So what sport do you play?
I think there are several sports that I like to do. The first is playing badminton because I often play badminton with my friend, and moreover, I like swimming.
Okay, So if you say I like swimming, I like play badminton,
Oh yeah.
so you need to give a reason why.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The next question is, what is the most popular sport in your country?
In my view, the most popular sport in my country is football. The reason why the football is the most popular sport in my country because there are a lot of football teams in my country, and the people in my country are more likely be the big fan of the football. And yeah, I think football and playing football is so interesting for of the people.
Oke, thank you. Guys, ini untuk semua teman-teman, ini ada pertanyaan tentang what is the most popular sport in your country. So, kalau saya di posisinya Mr. Roma, then I will break this down into two maybe, or maybe into three. Let me give you an example. What is the most popular sport in your country? I think it's, we have a different most popular sport in my country. For women, perempuan, for women, I think it's they have a tendency to have like yoga. Jadi you jelaskan yoga. While for men, I think it's football. Baru you jelasin football. Oke?
Okay, sir.
Jadi seperti itu. Jadi tidak bisa bilang what is the most popular sport. I think it's football. No. So what about women? Jadi kalau ada soal seperti ini, you need to divide it them. Whether you want to focus on the women or the males. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be back to you then.
Okay, sir.
Joseph, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Joseph. So let's talk about going out. Do you often go out at night?
I don't know because I have some working in my home, and I have to do my work until midnight, and I often stay in home.
Okay. It is not clear enough. Next time, next time when you join, much better if you use this one, the cable.
Okay.
So if you use near cable, I cannot even hear you clearly. Much better if you use cable, then you can put close to your mouth when you're speaking.
Okay.
It's not clear enough. Okay. Okay, next. Let's start it now. What is there to do in the evening where you live? So what is there to do in the evening when you live?
Yeah, if in the evening, I often to make conversation with my friend because a lot of my friends have free time in the evening, and I do conversation with my friend in the evening.
Okay, it is not clear enough, sir. I couldn't even give you the feedback. So next time, yes.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, next time, yeah, do not use near cable. Much better if you use this one. Okay, if you use this one. Okay, thank you. And okay, next, I'll give you these questions, guys. Saya akan kasih pertanyaan karena semuanya sudah selesai. Saya akan kasih pertanyaan ini. Okay. So it is not from the Simon, but this one. Let me give you an example. So, ini pertanyaan little bit challenge. Setiap orang pilih satu pertanyaan yang kira-kira menurutmu easy to answer. Setiap orang pilih satu question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Terserah. Pilih yang mana. Kemudian persiapkan sebaik mungkin. And I want you to develop your responses using reason, example. Reason, example, and also the impact. So misalnya saya kasih contoh begini. I like play football because football make me happy, also make me health. For example, so every a day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I play football with my friend. We spend around 1 or 2 hours doing this one. So if I want you to see that, so how many energy or calories that I spend for this one, then I think it's for this impact, this make me more healthy than those who do not do the sport activity. Jadi teman-teman give a reason, give example, and also I want you to give the impact for this one. Okay? Persiapkan sekarang. Siapa yang ready? Just raise your hand. Setelah teman-teman speaking, silakan tinggalkan Zoom. Kelas kita berakhir setelah teman-teman speakingnya. Silakan you thinking. Nah, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You persiapkan sebaik mungkin and raise your hand when you are ready. Ya. I'll be back to you then. Oke, siapa yang ready? You choose, nomor 1 sampai nomor 7, choose. Oke, Miss Fatika. Oke, thank you. Miss Fatika, which questions? Miss Fatika, are you there? Karena you sudah angkat tangan. Which questions?
Okay.
Number 1?
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay. Okay. So do you think it's important for young people to get advice from their parents when planning a career?
Yeah, I think it's so crucial for young people to get advice from their parents, since the parents have more valuable experience. So the parents can give good advice for them. For example, if I graduated from my college, my parents can give me a little bit story about their past experience when they work in office and when they work as entrepreneur. So they can give me example of advantage and disadvantage being employee or in the office, or being an entrepreneur that can regulate their daily habit and their business. And the impact, if we have well advice, we don't need to have worse experience that our parents have before.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. Good. Okay, good. Thank you. So well prepared. Good. Thank you. Next. Others. This is very challenge questions, number 1 to number 7. Others. Give a reason, example, and also the impact. Ayo yang lain. Silakan disiap-siapkan. Okay, Mr. Anjar. Number 1 to number 7, which one?
Number 7, sir.
Okay, the number 7 questions, right? So do you think it is important for young people to get advice from their parents when planning a career?
Yes, it's very important, especially for me. So because the parents, they have more prior knowledge because they live before our having born in the world, then they're more mature than us. Besides that, they have the wise paradigm and perspective about the real condition in our life. So we need a lot of advice for our parents to make a decision. For example, when I choose my position now in my job, so I have two choices. So one's about being government employee and another to be non-government employee. So it makes me think twice, and I have a lot of discussion with my parents, and they told me about any benefit and unbeneficial to be the government employee and non-government employee. And they tend to like me to be a government employee because it's kind of, you know, long lifetimes employee. So not only in this one, but after we dead and back to our Lord, we can still,
Thank you very much. Very good questions. Very good responses. Thank you. Next. Next. Others?
Thank you.
Okay. 9 bulan? Mr. Okay, 9 bulan. Okay, thank you. Questions number 1 to number 7?
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay, thank you. And how do most people plan their futures in their educations and career?
Talking about future, we talk about uncertainty.
Okay.
But future is something that we can predict nowadays.
Okay.
So what should we prepare to face the new age? It would be people nowadays. Just like, for example, maybe 10 years ago, everything went slow, but now and the next, everything will go very fast. So education and career is something that we have to prepare. So with more resilience and adaptable to face uncertainty. So for example, if nowadays I just keep on my current education, I don't know, maybe in the next 2 years I can be retired.
Okay.
The company didn't need me anymore because there are more people with a good skill and better than me. So career and education is something with a strong connection. So we have to thank you.
Okay, good. So you use good vocabulary like resilience, uncertainty. This is very good. So resilience, uncertainty, and also you can use like agility. This is very good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kita ada teman-teman yang lain. Siapa? Ada Ana, Mr. Tri, Mr. Ilham, Miss Francie. Siapa yang ready? Ayo. Mr. Tri. Okay, Mr. Tri. Questions number 1 to number 7, Mr. Tri.
Okay, number 1, sir.
Okay, number 1. So in general, do you think planning is important?
Yes, I do. Because time management plays an important role for our daily lives. So if you can organize your time, maybe you can find your own way. So minutes the time is important because you can decide your time exactly because you don't want to late come to office or go to somewhere. And by doing management your time, for example, you can start the day and the time exactly. So when you come to go to office or doing traveling, you can prepare well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we still have Mr. Roma, Miss Francie, Mr. Ilham, Anna, and Mr. Joseph. Let's go, take the challenge, man. Okay, Mr. Roma. Questions number 1 to number 7, Mr. Roma.
I choose the number 1, sir.
Okay, thank you. So let's start it now. In general, do you think that planning is important?
Without any doubt, I would say yes. The planning is the essential one because planning provides a lot of merit for us when we want to conduct some programs or some activities. For example, when I have conducted a particular program when I was in college, and we were always planning that we will do. So we are able to know about how much budget needs that how much budget that we need, and we are able to know how much human short, and also we could make a timetable before because of the planning. And to sum up, with planning, it could give many impacts. The main impact is our program, our activity, or something that we are planning will be running well, as good as we want.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. So try to reduce your
yes, sir.
Right? It's okay. So we still have Miss Anna, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Ilham, and Miss Francie. Mr. Ilham.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ilham. Questions number 1 to number 7.
Number 7, sir.
Okay. Okay, number 7. So, do you think it is important for young people to get advice from their parents when planning career?
For this question, I'll sit on the fence, sir. For adolescents who come from a rich family and who has a good education from their parent, the parent who has good education, there is strongly suggestion they need to ask their career to their parent, because their parent has a lot of experience, while for other who come from poor family, maybe they just give it a go or just directly do whatever they want to do for their career. Because as we know, the fact that to be honest, their parents cannot show the best for the son future, sir. So I think it will be like that.
Thank you very much. Good, very clear. Thank you, Mr. Isam. Mr. Ilham. Next.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. Bye. See you later on, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So we still have Lamia, Miss Francie, Mr. Joseph. Anna, you wanna try, Miss Anna?
Okay. I choose question number 5.
Okay.
In my point of view, it's really important to us to make some career plan, because from career plan we can make some timeline, what time we exactly can reach some achievement or goals. Example, my goals is become some accountant, so I need to take master degree in accounting and finance. From that, I need to develop what things that I need to learn so much about specific thing in IFRS, or maybe in some tax audit or something related to accounting itself. And also from career plan, I can more develop my activity related to accounting itself and measure what is capability that we need to improve, or maybe we can stop to improve it.
Okay.
And also from career plan, we can follow some, like maybe some activity or maybe some courses, they can make a lot of contribution for me in accounting daily life.
Okay.
Thank you.
The way you pronounce develop begini, develop, not develop. Develop.
Develop. Okay.
Can you say one more?
Develop.
Okay, develop. Ya, bukan develop, but develop.
Develop.
Okay, thank you. So, kita ada Miss Francie, Mr. Joseph, Mia. Miss Mia, Miss Mia, Miss Mia. Ayo. Ayo, try to take this challenge. Come on. Okay, Miss Francie. Okay. Which one, Miss Francie? Questions number 1 to number 7?
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. So, in general, do you think planning is important?
Yes, absolutely yes. I think planning is very important for all people. The reason is planning makes any kind of our work.
Okay.
What we do, it's neatly arranged and predictable for our bad impact. And we can arrange by time, cost, and effort that we can do for the first.
Okay.
And example, I maybe give some simple example. If we want to go to recreation, recreation, we must plan where we want to go and when, with whom, and how about the cost?
Okay.
Is it affordable for us or not?
Okay.
And the impact is if we do planning, we can more effective and efficient for all point.
Okay.
In cost, time, and I think no one or nothing gets left behind if we can plan first.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Very good. So it means that if you want to speak better, you need to have well prepared time. So you need to have well preparation. But it is very good responses. We still left to Mr. Joseph, Mia. Wanna try? Questions number 1 to number 7. So if no one, so I think we need to end the class. But before
ada pertanyaan sebentar. Mungkin teman-teman juga ada yang mau tanya sama.
Oke.
Kalau kita speaking sendiri itu kan agak susah ya, Mister.
Ya.
Maksudnya kalau nggak ada lawannya.
Iya.
Mungkin Mister punya tips yang supaya kita kadang-kadang itu kalau mau ngomong itu kayak lidahnya itu kaku. Nggak bisa ngomong. Padahal kita tuh punya banyak sekali di kepala, cuman kita kadang-kadang harus mau ngomong nggak tahu vocabnya, takut salah grammarnya, gitu-gitu loh, Mister. Maksud saya tuh kita kan harus praktis tiap hari supaya mulutnya ini nggak kaku gitu maksud saya. Mungkin Mister ada tips atau mungkin aplikasi yang bisa kita praktis tiap hari.
Oke, the question is, saya ulang, butuh teman atau butuh tips? Pertanyaannya yang mana? Butuh teman?
Semua, nggak apa-apa. Maksud saya yang bisa kita praktis at least setiap hari gitu loh, Mister. Kalau kita kelas kan hanya once a week.
Iya. Oke.
Gitu.
Jadi kita ada berapa di sini? Ada berapa orang? Ada banyak. So much better if you, misalnya Miss Francie bisa kontak dengan Mr. Anjar untuk bisa tektokan, right? Atau sekalian berempat, karena di WhatsApp itu kan bisa berempat itu kan, bisa berempat.
Iya.
Ada Daibula, nanti koordinasinya di grup besar kita untuk friends. Yang kedua, untuk bisa fluency sebenarnya bukan vocabulary, but you need to get used to with the topic, Miss. Jadi ada 24 topik dalam IELTS, dan topik itu Miss perlu...
Yang kemarin di-share itu ya?
Iya, Miss perlu sering baca-baca.
Iya.
Karena kalau saya tanya tentang, ayo kita berbicara tentang nuclear power.
Aduh, berat.
Ya berat kan? Karena teman-teman belum terbiasa. Makanya nanti akan saya share ulang lagi di grup tentang topik-topik untuk speaking ya, termasuk untuk
thank you.
Nanti janjian aja sama temannya. So questions? If you don't have any questions, we end it. Saya pastikan karena kita semua working from home, saya pastikan jangan bosan-bosan tiap hari kita ngadain kelas Zoom ya. Besok insya Allah kita main writing ya.
Mister, finish?
Yes, done. Oke ya. Thank you. Teman-teman yang masih mau kirim speaking, nanti silakan cek di sini. Take one.
Okay, thank you very much.
Take one questions. Take one questions, record it, and send it to me. Silakan difoto dulu. Take one questions, record it, you record suaranya, and send it to me. Oke? Oke, udah dicatat. Take one questions. Oke.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.